Major League Fishing embedded reporter Joel Shangle here with a fellow who doesn't really need much
We're on the
introduction.
beach, man!
And we're on the beach. We're not, officially, I'm gonna tell you this, you're not gonna fish there, okay? That's the one thing that I can tell you.
It smells mighty salty.
It does, indeed. Yeah, that's the one place you know you will not fish is out there.
So I can come over here and test baits?
I suppose you could. Yeah, feel free.
Sweet.
Florida this time of year is different than most other locations that we end up fishing, and that's because of the presence of truly big fish. You guys don't know where you're gonna fish, but you know well enough that
we're
when
in Florida.
Come down here,
yeah.
There's a pretty good chance that somebody's gonna catch something pretty darn big, and that changes this entire game. Tell me about that.
Bobby Lane has the record right now, right?
Yeah, for now.
I would tell you this week, bold prediction, Bobby's record's going down. I mean, spring of the year, We've got a full moon coming, and you know, I understand, I mean, in Major League Fishing, anywhere is possible, but these guys, you know, they usually do their homework. This is the World Championships. We're gonna be where there's gonna be some big fish caught.
The thing about that too, though, is if you do get to a situation where you don't necessarily catch them right out of the gate, you don't have to panic, because you do know that there is a chance that somewhere along the line over the course of the next 6 hours, you could change things from bottom to top immediately with one fish.
Florida's fickle, though. You know, I mean, these bass are unique. I mean, even Florida strain bass in Texas don't act like Florida strain bass in Florida. So it's definitely gonna be interesting. I've learned over the years to adapt my style, to change it up, knowing that you got to be more patient, you got to slow down, or you got to give these fish more time to react. So it's going to be fun, you know, and you know, every group at the cup level in Major League Fishing is tough, but when you get to the World Championships, you're talking about the guys that have performed over the last 2 years. You know, they're the best of the best, and I know it's going to be a challenge, but I'm excited.
So talk to me about the concept of possibly being a world champion. Now, the World Championship is obviously, it's sort of a new thing. I mean, it's been around just a couple of years, but the possibility that you can put the name World Champion after your name. Tell me what that means to you.
I fished it last year, you know, for the inaugural one in Nacogdoches, and made it to the championship round, and I'm gonna tell you, even with an hour to go, in the championship round, and I was behind. I was in last place. I still thought I was going to win. I mean, I was so confident in what I was doing and where I was at. And that's what you have to do, is you have to get on a pattern that you feel comfortable with and just execute it. And you got to be, especially here in Florida, you've got to allow things to develop. And sometimes that's hard to do.
So Kevin, tell me a little bit about your evolution as a shallow water, largemouth fisherman, because where you come from in Michigan, it's not necessarily known as that kind of fishery. It's a smallmouth fishery, salmon and steelhead, but what about this whole development of your largemouth game?
You have, you know, on tour, you have to be good at everything. And Michigan, believe it or not, has a lot of really good shallow, heavily vegetated lakes with pads and reeds and lots of grass and things like that. So, you know, I've learned a lot with that and been able to hone techniques. But I can tell you this, is like, you know, punching mats and, you know, reading a big field of grass. Guys like, you know, Shaw Grisby or Bobby Lane, the Florida anglers, that when we have a cup event down here, you can tell, I mean, that knowledge shines the same as it does if we go smallmouth fishing in Michigan. You know, we go to Alpena, I feel like, man, I got a leg up. So, but it doesn't always work out that way, you know, but at least, you know, you have confidence. But I'll tell you this, I have a lot of confidence coming to Florida, especially this time of year.
He is Kevin VanDam, one of the competitors in this week's World Championship. Kevin, best of luck. I know you don't need luck, but enjoy your time at the beach.
Love it.